Nails, you put up in there. Come on, man. Up, come on, up. Good boy. We're gonna read a little bit because I need to read something. It's about gone anyway. Yay. What you looking for? I'm not giving you no man. That's why you so fat now. No, man. My name is Big Papa, not Big Mama. Bugging. Have you running around here waddling and stuff, looking like them cats trying to jump on a foot away to something and falling in the middle of the cavity. So, we're gonna leave it a little bit. Whew. Oh, what's going on, family? Let's wait for a couple more people to come in. I'm not no rush, trust me. No rush at all. Okay, what's that? It's at 65. 65. Why is it like that? Okay. Dude. Maybe I'm messing with everything. You know what? Let's do this right here because I'm not going to play with this little retarded thing because they're all retarded. There we go. Yeah, let's get that. Joe. All right. They keep changing and messing with everything. Somebody was busy today. Jamil. Okay. My head is like banging. I'm so tired of these questions. That's the maintenance. Me driving back up on this thing. read because I'm still dealing with this headache. So what's going on? Oh, what's going on, brother? So Pearl, if you come on here, I appreciate the $5, beloved. Thank you, sis. Appreciate it. Oh, let's go ahead and get this reading. It's all right. You know, the headache went away a lot. I closed my eyes for about 30, 40 minutes. My aunt, she's down in Mexico. My aunt, there's about 12 of the family members. She butt dialed me because, you know, she's been letting me know stuff about KC. She don't know where John is. I know it. I know it's upsetting. So, gotta find him though. You know, I know everybody's looking for him. He might have went to his boys. He might be back in Colorado. He's been in Newark and East Orange, so can't be doing that hotel and squalor with his son. We can't have that no more. You know what I mean? All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and start reading this. Custodians of Time by Robbie Cottrell. You know the statement at the bottom, which I love. We kill it, we save it, we rob, and we are robbed of it. We lose it, and it is with us everywhere we go. But none of us has the power to stop it marching or to stop it, period. We're not really robbed of it. Individuals have disrupted it and played a game with it. I'm gonna say this wherever it comes in. I want y'all to say to yourselves, even though I'm reading this stuff, what do you think is the benefit to the enemy to be nosy and watching everything discussed on here? Because anybody in a higher, listen, there are things I will not say on here. Okay, there are things that I communicate with certain individuals that don't use cell phones or nothing. They don't even have TVs and none of that stuff. And nobody would ever know it. Well, what's the benefit of listening to us? Listen to me say that's a gimme. Millions of people, millions upon millions like me. But I'm one of a kind. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I can say that there's no ego or nothing. This is a fact. Like I said, I came in somewhere in my early 50s, late 40s, but early 50s when I accepted who I really was. So instead of fighting it, but they have to be nosy. Now, if you have an all-encompassing, powerful entity, and you have people who can dreamscape and stand in the room and watch you move around, nurtured from children rearing, do you think they would need this? See, sometimes we need to put away the hype of it all. Does it mean that there's not a double standard for certain things? No, of course not. That's why it's better to always be prepared for the inevitable. We're in a time of digress, or you know, we're not in the speakeasy. We're in a time of digress, and we need to be prepared, regardless of whatever may happen, without looking at it as if it's to ostracize self. No, you must look at things as the enemy has laid it out. See it for what it is. They cannot never stop it. All right. I told y'all you're more powerful than you can think. We don't care about the wayward individuals. We don't care about the little people want to set up. They don't know who I am. You know, and I've seen things they'll never see and operate things. And no, there's no secrets. It's just the people who don't know and the people who do know. I'm using these terms loosely because y'all know I despise this language. Okay. And the mistakes made, though they are very graven, there's an answer and a reply will be given. And there's nothing, none of them are prepared for. Nothing. Time is the most powerful weapon, just like patience. And nobody is the author of it except for yours. Not even them. Okay. Custodians of Time, Robert Cottrell. That's the individual. The author. I was talking with my aunt, and these grievances had the nerve to do an update, and I just laughed. So nosy. I'm sitting down here. They have their TV right at this wall. That has nothing to do with the internet. And I always walk around and I check as I've stated before, I didn't share it on here. I wasn't going to do it. And it was up to 75 and 78. I was like, and yet here we got the old mighty pale skin, all the little so-called natives and all the little police officers. Nobody, and everybody's riding around as if, oh, it's not affecting me. I'm unaffected. They just don't get it. It doesn't matter. They don't have to do nothing because they're not the ones anyway. They have no brain stimuli. So, and as sad as that may sound, and pathetic as it is, it's just the reality. It's not a matter about if, it's just a when. And people need to not worry about that, especially if they know that they don't have nothing to do with it. All right, let's do this. We're going to stop this. I just want to read. Too much in my head. All right, so you know where we're at right now. When we last left off, it was number 27 appears to hold a special importance. It refers to several times, although I have not discovered why this should be. I even searched the custodian's historical library, but I couldn't find anything worthwhile. All right, just to bring you up to speed. I knew our custodian writers were gifted in the art of creating mysteries to protect untold truths. Do you see that? Listen. I knew our custodian writers were gifted in the art of creating mysteries to protect untold truths. So I needed, that means to keep the lie, to be pervasive with it. So I needed to look deeper into the minds of our original prophecies or prophesizers. The number 27 was first written as ZK, correct, and symbolizing Kaf or K, as 20 and Saiyan, or Z as 7. Super Saiyan, Super 7, yeah, okay, y'all know. I once again will remind you that Jews read from right to left, but due to numerous copying, we ended up with an indecipherable symbol. These two letters are an anagram of the word Zak, which is obviously composed of the two letters, Z and K. But in the reverse order, it means purity and innocence in the reverse. I must state that Hebrew anagrams often have deep underlying connections. Therefore, I concluded that the number 27, by implication, might represent a council or even a special council. Council of 7, not 12. My mind soared to new heights when I realized I had seen the number 27 before, but from a different source. And when King Solomon spoke, did any of y'all look up at those 5 amazing swords, the most renowned on earth? Okay. Anyway, King Solomon spoke with King Hiram regarding the perfect number of members of a council. Hiram and there should be 24 respected members of the craft, and together with the 3 grandmasters, thereby creating the mystic number of 27. Now, King Solomon replied that the combination of a trinity and of well-respected craftsmen gave him a divine inspiration to build his temple. Sometimes it is easier to make the conclusion fit the problem. In this case, however, I was satisfied that 27 was significant in the building of Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. I still required additional information to prove my theories, and for this, I sought the truth from your holy Christian book, where I found a parallel within the book of Revelations, from which I quote chapter 4. After this I looked, and behold, a door opened in heaven, and the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, saying, Come up hither, and I will show thee things which must be hereafter. And immediately I saw the Spirit, and behold, a throne was set in heaven, and upon the throne one was sitting. And he that sat was to look upon like jasper, and a carnelian stone, and a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald, and round about the throne 24 seats. And upon the seats 24 elders sitting clothed in white raiment, and on their heads crowns of gold. And out of the throne proceed lightnings and thunderings and voices, and 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of the Creator. And the 24 elders fall down before him that sitteth on the throne, and cast their crowns before the throne. Now, this Trinitarian arrangement with the 24 elders are fellows of the craft might have proved the end of the story, but I believe that there is another explanation, and it lies in the mathematics of the number 27. For those among you who like to play with numbers and puzzles, I could add that the seal of Solomon, being made up of 2 superimposed triangles, gives us a total of 8 triangles within it. The triangle is the Trinity, and the total of 8 triangles yields 24 points and 24 sides, whichever you prefer. Y'all know what he's talking about, right? I will now state a further connection appertaining to the number 27. Again, remembering that Hebrew is read from right to left, and so 27 becomes 72. This connects well with the 72 names of God, the 72 rungs on Jacob's ladder, and the 72 elders that make up the Sanhedrin. And we know that Jacob's ladder is based upon 33 what? Steps, vertebrae. But now I must test you, Kishner. You asked me to name the 27 transgressions against man, and they are as follows. I have not committed murder, neither have I bid anyone to slay on my behalf. I have not committed rape, neither have I forced anyone to commit fornication. I have not avenged myself, nor have I burned with rage. I have not caused terror, nor have I worked affliction. I have caused none to feel pain, nor have I worked grief. I have done neither harm nor ill, nor have I caused misery. I have done no hurt to man, nor have I brought harm to beasts. I have made none to weep. I have had no knowledge of evil, neither have I acted wickedly, nor have I wronged the people. I have not stolen, neither have I taken that which does not belong to me, nor that which belongs to another, nor have I taken from the orchards, nor snatched the milk from the mouth of a babe. That would be the tithe. I have not defrauded, neither have I added to the weight of the balance, nor have I made light the weight in the scales. That is order. I have not laid waste to the plowed land, nor trampled down the fields, destroyed that which was never meant to be destroyed, but to be tilled. I have not driven the cattle from their pastures, nor have I deprived any of that which has rightfully theirs. Now, we've always believed that cattle means cows. No, it alludes to a herd of certain animals, to which we label as beast, as stock. I have accused no man falsely. I would suggest that if you make that correction, people. Nor there's no purpose in it. Nor have I supported any false accusations, and make sure that they're true when you make them, whether they lie or not. I have spoken no lies, neither have I spoken falsely to the hurt of another. And I have never uttered fiery words, nor have I stirred up strife. I have not acted guiltfully, neither have I dealt deceitfully, nor spoken to hurt another. Karens, cans, things like that. I have not spoken scornfully, nor have I set my lips in motion against any man. So anyway, Kishner had heard enough and decided it was time to finish the test. But the patient was enjoying himself. He waved his hand, suggesting that he had the right of speech and that interruptions would never be tolerated. And the stranger continued. I have not been an eavesdropper, nosy. I have not stopped my ears against the words of right and truth. I have not judged hastily, nor have I judged harshly. I have committed no crime in the place of right or truth. I have caused no wrong to be done to the servant by his master, and I have not been angry with cause. I have not turned back water during the spring tides, nor stemmed the flow of running water. Has never said no rain, right? I have not broken the channel of running water neither. And finally, I have never fouled the water, nor have I polluted the land. Do you wish me to recite my sins and personal transgressions, or are you satisfied? Now, Kitchener nodded his satisfaction, but Westbrook asked a question. Why do you think the Christian commandments are almost identical to their Egyptian counterparts? There can only be one explanation, and namely that Moshe was an Egyptian long before your so-called Ten Commandments. Our ancient Egyptian forebears developed the highest and most sophisticated form of cosmic laws. The Egyptian commandments included punishments for rape and forced sex, and the harming of beasts and animals of the field, and much more. Listen, and the harming of beasts and animals of the field, and much more. The 42 commandments were split into 3 classifications of sins: transgressions against mankind, sins against the gods, and personal transgressions. Now, when the indiscretion was against another man, the punishment had to fit the crime. I know everybody says ma'at. Okay. In those early days, Egypt was relatively crime-free. Misdemeanors were mainly acted out by barbaric incomers, and our death penalty was rarely used, except under abnormal circumstances. I remember a time when Egypt thrived in excess of 150 years without the need of an execution taking place. The judgment of and subsequent punishment for personal disobedience was in the hands of the gods. This generally occurred after death, during the judgment of Ma'at, the balance. That's enough. I know some things, and that started giving me a headache, so yeah. And it's not even pronounced Ma'at, but that's how everybody says it, who knows everything. Remember when I told you everything is backwards, reversed, upside down, inverted? Always keep that in mind. The navigator who crossed the ice walls. Excuse me. All right, chapter 19, the lands of Orion and the Greys. Whoo, child. The AC's been off. It's about 82 degrees. I'm thinking about turning that. I don't know. It's cold. It mess with my head a little bit. Probably need to go up and get in the cold shower. Let the cold water hit my head. Okay. The navigator who crossed the ice walls, worlds beyond Antarctica, nos confound him. And we know that it's Claudio Nocelli, and that's him right there. Okay. And that's the book. After this one, we'll get into the second one, which is very, very interesting. That's the one that I want to read Flatlandis with, that has the several books. Yet, that's a whole lot of reading, and I want to read those books with another book, and so I will not read it with the last of this. Okay, this is pretty short. Excuse me, guys. All right, this is just about a page and a half. And on the map, you can see lands of Draco, lands of Saturn, the deepest part of the oceans, a lot of different things out there, lands of Orion. It's pretty interesting, not that far from ours. These lands were inhabited by the race known as Greys. Known as Greys, these beings were hostile and also based their technology on weapons and of destruction for attack and defense. Oriented to colonize, although no circle was known to be colonized by them, some lands near other Orion worlds were taken by this central power. Now, together with their neighboring lands of Zeta Ratukuli, they make you think in certain movies that as some kind of rat or stew. Anyway, this race had been colonized since almost their beginnings by the Anunnaki, who had used them in several expeditions and missions to other worlds in the reconnaissance of the Terra Infinita. You know what Infinita means? Terra Infinite, but no end. As we commented, they also fulfilled functions in the known Earths, and then in the Earth of Mars, who also had a colony helping the custodians in their experiment. After they had failed in their mission to control the human in the period of growth of the Great Tartary, where they had also lost valuable information of all the circles that integrated this great dome, some battles were fought between Greys and the custodians, and this also ended up helping the human beings as well as the Anakim prior to the reunion of the custodians with the ancient Anunnaki. There is a theory that these beings had been a direct creation of the Anunnaki, as an inferior race that could serve them for different purposes, since they used cloning as a direct form of subsistence and were very robotic in their functions and movements. In fact, these beings are completely devoid of emotions. But the reality is that they were born inside the dome known as Lands of Orion. Excuse me. And with similarity to the race of Zelle. After the confrontation with the custodians, they had been close to total disappearance, having to resort to their great scientific advance and base their survival on the cloning of beings. And then tomorrow we will read, okay, and it will be chapter 20, The Lands of Mars and Their Lost Civilization. That's the one that is very interesting. And every time you look at Mars, they make you believe it's a planet. Yeah, it's a plane, extra terrain. Okay. And it's very good read. All right. Appreciate you guys bearing with me. I actually was watching, I dozed off, but I was watching our brother Kiramio had a pretty good live talking about the Rastafari. And as I stated before, the original people of Haiti, Jamaica, all them places, they were betrayed just like here. And that was with purpose, a sad purpose. And a lot of them who are of ancient from this land, our kinfolk, are unaware of the deception. And it's a terrible plight. Okay, but anyway, I appreciate you guys taking the time to come over. I'm not going to allow my headache to grow back up to what it was. And hey, Snoo. Hey, Rhonda, what's going on, beloveds? Hey, Etta, what's going on, beloved? I appreciate y'all taking the time to come over and share it. You know, if you haven't subscribed, to anybody that's new to subscribe, I appreciate you. We have one individual came in but ran off, so it's probably somebody very religious, to which I don't care. Yeah, that's about it. It's 7:45, so I'm gonna get off of here. Yeah, I have my PJs on. I was like, I'm not gonna walk around with my PJs on. I have my socks off, my shoes off, wearing my dudes. But anyway, it's time to get back in the PJs. I'm gonna turn the AC on, not on 72, but we're gonna put it on around about 75, just cool it off a little bit. I'm gonna stretch back, play the music I was listening to. You dig? Appreciate y'all. With love. And Pearl, if you come in, thank you again for the $5. I saw it when I setting up. I was like, oh, she sent $5. Okay. All right. So y'all have a grand evening. Tomorrow's just another day. Don't be like that TGIF and all that foolishness. It's just another day. Don't make it more or less. Make it about you. Okay. Y'all have a grand night.